It's a beautiful day here, and yesterday got so into cleaning out this garden that I didn't film any of it. I got into a battle with this garden, and I think I'm winning. Whew. It's just so nice to get outside in the sun in the fall with the crisp air, leaves falling around you. There's still so many leaves on the trees too. This property is just so much work. I'm pretty sure we pieced together the history of the pool room, and the pool at first was an outdoor pool. Then they added the building on top of the already existing outdoor pool. And no wonder, because on a property like this, you would have tree debris all of the time, and keeping that pool clean would be a disaster. So I get why they did it. Unfortunately, there was no permit involved. A lot of the stuff in here is super prickly too, and I had gloves on yesterday, but I got a couple of, I think, thorns. One in my pinky and one in the palm of my hand, and they're painful. So I've got super thick gloves. I'm gonna use these guys today and try to protect my hands as best I can. That's the only tricky part about this. Tricky, prickly part. Okay, away you go. Oh. Maybe next year. You see that? We have so many bulbs to plant. Clear out the gardens, plant the bulbs. I read a sign once that said, planting a garden is believing in the future, and I love that ever since. And I'm so excited for next year. One of our priorities for the house is that we wanted to install some kind of security system. Eventually with the renovation, we want fully wired in security, probably like automated everything. Yeah. But at this point, we just want to get some cameras up and cover our bases.
Yeah, if you're doing a full reno or a build, it's easy to wire Ethernet cable to all four corners and make sure you've got all that connectivity. But for right now, it's impossible. You can't get all that done. With the solar panels, you don't have to wire it in. and you don't have to worry about charging the battery all the time.
Yeah, because we don't have any wire up here
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah, can it tilt at all? Oh, a ladybug.
Oh.
Ladybug saying, good job.
Priorities for right now, we're installing security cameras. I'm gonna change out some of the locks. We just wanna batten down the hatches and to make sure that we have some security system in place until we do the main renovation. At that point, we'll completely wire in a system. But what I love is that when I say, I'd like to get some security cameras up, you go into full-on research mode because you
accepted.
love the deep dive into like product research, investment research, whatever it is. You fully immerse yourself, whereas I'm like, oh yeah, that looks good. Amazon recommends it or whatever it is. So I know when you pick a product and you say, I think we should get this one, I'm in. I don't even have to think about it. And you picked the Reolink Trackmix for this project.
Even my family, if they want something, they're like, hey, can you let me know which is the best, you name it, vacuum.
Yeah, you
whatever.
love it like a Reddit deep dive.
Yeah. I like to get down into the rabbit hole and figure out what's best. And everywhere I looked, Reolink kept coming up as number one, and the more and more I compared them to other brands, I just agreed that they were the best of the best.
So I've never heard of the Trackmix before, but these cameras actually track you as you come into view?
Yeah, perfect name, the Trackmix, because there's a mix of two cameras on there. There's a wide view camera so you can see the whole scene, and then at the same time, the second lens is filming zoomed in, so you can see the person's face during the whole scene. You don't have to choose, do I want it zoomed in or zoomed out? You kind of get both at the same time, and the tracking feature is incredible.
I didn't know cameras could do that. I didn't know residential cameras offered that.
It's like a little robot, and it swivels back and forth so that once it sees someone, it will actually track them no matter where they go.
So we installed the Reolink Trackmix yesterday, and it is pretty intimidating and creepy to know that there is a camera that's following you. So as I move around the yard, this camera is following where I go. So no matter where I move. That is very intimidating for anyone that can see the camera and who may be walking around the yard to know that there's a camera that is moving with them no matter where they go. Hi, friend. Even over here. That's pretty cool.
So if they keep walking by, it's kind of off-putting as an intruder or a prowler to have this camera follow you as you're walking. And if you stop and back up, it just keeps moving.
It's got you locked in.
And then it's got this spotlight on there that is pretty bright. And if you're walking at night, it will shine right onto you and follow you around that way.
Yeah, I like it. And I like that they're like little R2-D2s.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. And it's Reolink, so it's like R2.
R2. We got two of them.
We have two. Yeah, R1.
R1 and R2.
I decided, you know what, to protect whatever investment we have left, I have some leftover vapor barrier, and I'm just gonna quickly throw it up so that over the storm season, it's not getting pummeled with driving rain. Who knows what we're gonna do with this structure, but I don't want any more damage to be done, and I had this left over from another project anyway. It was sitting in the garage, and I have a little bit of time right now, so I'm just gonna throw it up. I'm gonna have to make that a transition. If only it were that easy. Let's hope I have enough. Woohoo! Okay, I don't want to cut that yet. I'll start at the other end. Staples, wacky tacker, tuck tape, vapor barrier. Oh, it's like a wind sail. No, don't catch it. Why? Much easier to do with two people. Matt is away for work right now. Once I get a couple, it'll be fine. Okay, we're getting there. The best thing about these staplers is that they act as a hammer as well. If the staples don't set, you flip it over and use the backside as a hammer. Okay. I think I can cut it now. Okay, now that I have it kind of up, I'm actually gonna leave it run long so that it protects the bottom of the foundation as well. Now what I'm gonna do is cut out all the windows. By all the windows, I mean the two windows, and tuck tape around the windows. There's blue sky up there. And just make sure that it's fastened enough that it's not gonna blow off in the wind. But we also wanna see out of these windows for now. And then for good measure, I'm gonna tuck tape. The hardest part about tuck tape is finding the beginning. Oh, there it is. I can't feel my fingers. Not fancy. It doesn't look amazing, but it's gonna be coming down at some point. This is just to keep it protected for now, and it's gonna do the trick. I fully enclosed the vent for the fireplace that doesn't work as well because there's a lot of drafty air getting in there. It's also Halloween here this week, so we're gonna be carving pumpkins. It's something that we do every year. Now having Griffin here with us, every holiday is so much more special, and we love getting into the spirit of the season, whether it's Halloween or Christmas. Obviously, having a child brings this youthful, childlike energy back into the holidays and into celebrating. We've always loved getting into the spirit, but there's something so special about having Griffin around to celebrate with and to make these moments extra special for him as well. It also shows you how fast time flies. Last year at this time, Griffin fit into a pumpkin. He was 5 months old. He could hardly move. And this year he's walking and he's participating in his own way, but not quite carving pumpkins and definitely not fitting into them anymore. It was a little slower moving this year, carving the pumpkins with Griffin around and making sure that he was involved but safe. And we finally got there. We are ready to go. And we're so happy to be celebrating our first Halloween in our new house. Happy Halloween, everyone.